With the UAP-UFO congressional hearings, we may receive answers to the extraterrestrial question. I hope so. After all, the universe is vast. When people observe a UFO in the sky, a flyover, if you will, it is considered an encounter of the first kind. Next on the list is a close encounter of the second kind, when a spaceship lands on the ground, but there is no physical contact between humans and the space travelers. After the sighting, some physical evidence remains, such as unexplained objects or smashed vegetation, forming a pattern that supports the eyewitness landing account. The most exciting is an encounter of the third kind. This is direct contact between humans and space aliens. These encounters can range from talking to space beings to being kidnapped by them and taken into a spaceship. Logic would dictate that Wyoming, an isolated state with the smallest population, would be a hotspot for UFO activity. This would be an excellent state for a UFO to hide in. But Wyoming has the fewest ET sightings. California is number one. Perhaps the reason for so few UFO sightings is that the state lacks high-tech industries and has little military activity. If we look at the data, UFO sightings in Wyoming, the Cheyenne area, not Devil's Tower, has the most UFO activity. The reason may be that Warren Air Force Base is an active military base. Here are a few anecdotal narratives about UFO encounters in Wyoming. The first story is about my encounter with a flying saucer. Long ago, while walking home from high school, I saw a UFO. I noticed a strange, glowing, pulsating, saucer-like flying object over the town's refinery. For many reasons, I kept my UFO sighting to myself and told no one. But a week later, in the library, I overheard a girl telling almost the same story about seeing a strange flying object over Casper. I immediately spoke up and told her I saw a UFO thing flying in the sky too. After comparing notes, we decided we had seen the same object and was a real spaceship from outer space. What do you think? Here is a tale by a man who claimed a spaceship captured him. In his account, he was on a hunting trip in the Medicine Bow National Forest when two human-like critters abducted him. Here is when the story becomes unbelievable. After going through all the trouble to capture a human, all these space travelers wanted to do was gossip about the wealthy people in Jackson, Wyoming. If aliens had traveled billions of miles to Earth, I do not believe they would care about the rich people in Wyoming. This story is corny. I believe I can safely assume to call this tale a hoax. What do you think? The next story is far more credible. In 2007, Patricia Leon from Jackson, Wyoming disappeared. After missing for a while, she called her parents and told them she was dumped in Canada by squid-like beings. Patricia said she was squeezed into a wall space, sucked into a pipe-like thing, ending up in a spaceship. Communicating by telepathy, Patricia was taken for a spin around the universe and visit the squid-like people's bases. Next, the squid-like creatures put her in an MRI machine and took blood and nail samples. After this, the squid people left her in Canada. Unlike most abductees, Patricia says she enjoyed the trip and wanted to go back. Postscript. It seems Patricia got her wish. In 2011, she disappeared and has not been seen since. Close encounters of the second kind are hard to verify without an eyewitness account of something landing. Broken branches, strange burnt patterns, unexplained marks in dirt and sand are not good evidence of a spaceship landing. Many things in nature can break branches and can leave weird, unexplained patterns in the ground. Also, it's not uncommon for people to find unexplained junk and strange pieces of metal lying on the ground. This last account was told to me by an old prospector in Wyoming's Red Desert. After a long day looking for rocks and minerals near the boar tusk, I set up camp to enjoy a beer. Minding my own business, suddenly an old man approached me and asked for a beer. After giving him one, he told me this tale. Years ago, when I was a young man and looking for yellow cake, I came across strange gray men standing near a spaceship. My Geiger counter went wild. The strange men looked straight at me. I dropped my Geiger counter and ran for the hills. The next day, I went back to find my Geiger counter to see if I could find evidence to back my story. I found nothing. I did not even find my Geiger counter. I said, "That was a great story. Here's another beer." Was this man telling the truth? What do you think? Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Bye for now.